First of all, congrats to Kirby and Georgia. They showed what a championship team does and why they've won back-to-back national championships, coming back in the second half and playing like they did. Proud as heck of our players. They fought their butts off. The way the first half went wasn't a shock to anyone, guys. I know the stories like, oh my God, how is South Carolina in this thing? Like, we expected this. And anybody that's surprised by that hasn't watched us play the last couple years. Really proud of our team. We did what we were supposed to do there in the first half. And then, second half, you give Georgia credit, but we had 4 keys to this game, and one of them was make them earn it. And we didn't do a good enough job of making them earn it. I mean, I just got a list of just self-inflicted things in the second half. We try and block a punt at the end of the game. We got 10 guys on the field. We 4th and 15, and we're trying to chip the edge, and we don't chip the edge. Back-to-back pre-snap penalties, personnel issues, trying to get people in and out of the game defensively. That's on us as coaches. We give up a sack on 3rd down when we're in field goal range. Can't happen. We're about to tie the game there. We got a holding penalty on a kickoff return. We had drops. I mean, just didn't play clean football in the second half, and that's frustrating because our kids played their butts off, gave us an opportunity to win the game. And, like I said, the key was make them earn it, and they're a championship team, and they beat us in the second half. But, we helped them in a lot of ways as well, which is frustrating. But, told our team in the locker room, we're proud of the fight. One of our sayings around our program is just staying in the fight. And our guys stayed in the freaking fight today and gave us a chance to win all the way throughout the fourth quarter. And I'm more convinced than ever what kind of a team we can be. We just went toe-to-toe with the number 1 team in the country, the back-to-back defending national champions, and gave ourselves an opportunity to win it in the fourth quarter. We said all week, let's just get this thing to the fourth quarter, and we did, and just weren't able to get it done. But there's no question we were a better football team than what we were 2 weeks ago in Charlotte, and we will continue to improve as the year goes on as well. I mean, we started a true freshman at left tackle today, started a true freshman at safety. Our young guys continue to get better, and our older guys. I mean, we got a bunch of guys that have played a lot of football around here, starting with our quarterback, and he played his butt off today and gave us an opportunity, and disappointing we didn't get it done. Questions?
Good. So, the defensive strategy in the second half, just what were they doing to kind of get you guys off kilter?
Not much. I mean, we did the same stuff we always did. We just, needed to be able to get off the field on 3rd downs for sure, and be able to, stop the run a little bit better. But, we had some, overall, we got some stops and held them to, 24 points. So, no major complaints there.
You mentioned Trey getting the start and his play in the offensive line as well. Seemed like they gave Spencer a chance.
Yeah, they did. The disappointing thing is just the penalties pre-snap. That's disappointing. Receivers, offensive linemen, just too many penalties in the second half, without a doubt. But proud of our offensive line. I mean, I told you guys they're going to continue to get better. And for Tree to come in today as a left tackle against these guys and give us a chance, and then Trevon got in there some at guard as well. I thought they did okay. I mean, we were helping them out some today with some chips and things like that with the running backs and tight ends, but there was also a lot of 5-man protection where we were emptying the backfield or free releasing the running back and making those 5 guys hold up. So pleased with them, and got to be better. Everybody struggles to run the ball against these guys. We got to be able to generate some runs, but overall thought they did okay. I know everybody thought they were going to come in here and have 90 sacks and all that against us, and that didn't happen.
Any more update on Juice?
Yeah, he wasn't able to finish. We're gonna let him see a specialist on Tuesday this week, and should have a better idea then. I don't think what it is necessarily season ending. We feel like it's something that he'll be able to play with, and we'll know a lot more here on Tuesday.
Shane, Bob Ball played a couple series at right guard. I didn't see a bunch of him in the second half. Was that just a personnel?
Should have got him in more.
But what did you see from him, just in general?
He's a tough dude. Competes, big kid, physical. Should have gotten him in the game more. Just told him that in the locker room.
Yeah, Shane. TJ Sanders and Omega Blake. They both have big games today. Just what did you see out of those guys?
Yeah. good, really good stuff. Omega stepped up when Juice went down, and Omega's a player. I know our players have been telling you guys that for a while here, and he did a good job. And then TJ's a tough to handle for any team that we play, and when he goes, he's hard to block. So I'm proud of them, and I'm glad they're on our side. I know that.
Shane, can you elaborate some on Spencer's play, the way he started and the way he just kept you in the game?
Yeah, he's a dude. I mean, I told you guys before, I wouldn't trade him for any quarterback in the country, and I wouldn't. Absolutely would not. He gives you a chance to win every game. I know statistically the second half wasn't great, but I remember looking at the stats at halftime. I mean, I think he had 2 incompletions at halftime, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, in some of the runs, he gives you a chance, and we got to continue to help him and not have the penalties that we had. But he's a special player, great leader, great poise throughout. Today, just great quarterback.
What was working well in the first half?
With what?
What was working well in the first half?
I'm sorry, Steve. I can hear. Do what?
What was working well for you guys in the first half?
We were controlling the ball. We were completing passes. We were moving the ball. Was pleased with a lot of the stuff that we did.
Raise your hand, I'll call on you, John.
Four-quarter game, obviously, but that first kickoff return where we get in the penalty early in the third quarter, was that a momentum shift? It seemed like the crowd really got into it after that.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were going to respond and come back in the second half, and nobody came in the locker room sitting there having a celebration because we were winning 14-3. Like we expected to be in that position. And it wasn't, come in there and talk about, hey, it's 0-0 bull. Like, we were controlling the game in the first half. And we also knew that we were going to be a team that got better as the game goes because they were going to respond and answer. And that's disappointing that, we give up an explosive pass, I think, on their first series to get them down there. We have some personnel issues on defense. And then we get a kickoff return. We get a kick. It's hard to see, but I think it landed in the middle of the field, if I'm not mistaken, which is perfect for the call that we had on. Perfect. I mean, the ball's in the air, and Limbo's saying, we got him, because we had what we wanted with the call we had. And then to have a penalty there, crowd's already into it, then you get backed up down there by the student section. Wasn't ideal.
With the running game specifically, is that you getting the right personnel and up front? Is that scheme? Is that Georgia's defense? What did you kind of see there, and what do you need to do going forward?
Say that one more time.
I'm sorry. With the running game, what did you see there? What do you think needs to happen going forward to kind of make that one of the other things that's improving with this team week to week?
I mean, nobody runs the ball
right.
against them, first of all. So I'm not going to go on the rant like I went on 2 years ago, but they're good up front. Having said that, we need to be able to pop some runs in there and sustain it. This is a really good run defense, a really good defense, period. And, we got to continue to get our running game going and whatnot. So, we'll continue build on it. And thought we did some good things in the run game. Again, we're getting tackled too many times one-on-one. We got one guy that brings us down, and we got to do a better job of making people miss, not just the running backs, but all of our ball carriers.
Shane, Tyreek Johnson didn't travel, is he banged up?
Yeah, he got hurt at the end of the game last week. Thought he'd be able to play when I saw you guys. What was that, on Tuesday? He was one of the ones I listed as he was in the questionable group, but should get all those guys back. I know Amari and Brown didn't play today. Tyreek didn't play. JT Gear didn't play, but expect to get them all. Expect to get them all back. And then Proud was along those lines too. I mean, Luke Doty had to step up and started today with AB not being here. And then defensively, Nick, E-Man Worry, and Spalding to be battling hamstrings and play the whole game today. I mean, they played their guts out and gave us an opportunity as well.
You guys are 1-2 for the second straight season. Last year, you finished 7-3 over your last 10. Just how much added confidence does that give you going into these next stretch of games, knowing that you have a group that's battle tested and is able to come back from early season adversity?
Yeah, we got a group of fighters. You saw that today. I know everybody thought this thing was going to be lopsided and out of hand by halftime and all that. We didn't. You know, we know we have a good football team, and you know we've been here before, unfortunately, 1-2. And but I think our guys, there's no moral victories. Nobody's sitting there patting themselves on the back because we, you know, played Georgia to a 10-point game. There's a lot of disappointment because we gave ourselves an opportunity to win the game and we didn't get it done. But there's also a lot of confidence too, knowing as we continue to get better. You know, we feel good about this football team and these remaining 9 games. I know that.
If you mentioned the tackling earlier, which forgive me, but just defensively, how do you feel like you guys tackled start to finish? It seemed like there were so many misses.
Yeah, overall I think good. You know, particularly early. I think you know they looks like they had 79 plays on offense today. That's a lot of plays. You know, for our guys to be out there. We were you know, thin on defense. We were doing a little bit of, you know, odd fronts today, meaning it's more like a 3-4 type defense. And there were times today where, you know, TJ, Boogie, and Tonko were on the field at the same time as well with that package. So those guys played a lot of plays, and you know, we got to continue to develop depth there. But overall, I thought it was good. Just, didn't finish as well as we needed to, and then it didn't create any turnovers as either. You know, or yeah, I guess we got to do a better job of creating turnovers and attacking the ball and getting the ball out.
Shane, you said earlier that you're a better team than you were 2 weeks ago. Can you pinpoint anything in the area or any phase of the game that made a significant jump today?
I'd say, you know, all of it. Losing Juice obviously wasn't ideal, but you saw some other young receivers come in, and we got to continue to get those guys going. Nick Harbor, Tyshawn Russell, all of our young receivers. You know, offensive line, they protected well and gave us an opportunity also. I mean, not good enough, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we've made strides from an offensive line standpoint. I mean, I look around everywhere, and I just feel like we're a better team than what we were 2 weeks ago. And again, we're not patting ourselves on the back and excited about the way the day went today, but I also know that we've made strides as a team and are going to continue to get better.
We'll take 2 more. Thank you, Greg.
Coach, just more of a scheduling question. This is the last year you will play Georgia annually. How do you feel about that, like not playing this rivalry?
Yeah, I think it's a natural rivalry. They're border states. It's great for the fans. You know, South Carolina, Georgia have always played each other, and we'll play each other again for sure. You know, we play who they tell us to play.
Just one more on the injury front. Marion Brown didn't travel. Is there an update on him?
Yeah, I just said we expect him to be back next week. Anybody else? One more.
What do you think you guys learned about themselves today? Or what do you hope?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we really learned anything, and I don't mean that to be like rude or disrespectful. I think we did what we expected to do. Like, we expected to win this football game. We really did. And we had a great week of practice, great mindset, great mentality coming in here, hostile environment on the road, and they played their butts off. And if anything, I hope they learned and realized that you know, we can't win football games against great teams with a lot of self-inflicted mistakes, and unfortunately, that's what we had too many of today. All right, thank y'all. Travel safe.
Thanks, Shane.